And I return to TheoTown. Okay, so I've rebuilt a little bit of the city. I think I'll just continue building in like that. These have to be connected. And I get screamed at about water, I just know it. Okay. So create a little bit of a walkable neighborhood over here. Just come back in. Maybe a little bit of tenement. I guess maybe we can go back to residential here. Started their little house. Taking much longer than expect. That's not what I want. Is it actually done? The CEO's house of the DSA. Okay. It's an interesting place to put that. I'm sure I will forget it is there. Let's build some water out here. That's what I was working on. I forgot. Okay, actually, I was going to put some tree in here. Looks like I already did that, but here's kind of an empty spot that would be good for something. Maybe sports? A little tennis court in there or something? There. Oh, guys. Alright. Now, what I was building out here, preparing to build out here, to be the tenement district. Or at least put something like that on this side. Actually, you know what? This would be better not like that. Wasn't there something I was going to put here? I can't remember. A nice big area out here, though. We should put something. It's too big. I just, nope. Rugby field won't go out there either. Damn it. Just outside the range, of course. Well, I guess nothing goes out there. We've got a baseball park over here. Not everything needs to have something on it, but it would just be nice. I guess it's modern fence. Kind of enclose that neighborhood. Oops, well, it looks like... Now, for crying out... I guess we need fire protection out here or something. We haven't had fire issues for a while, and in fact the DSA was supposed to take care of that. Thought it was anyway. Ah, hell. Why are they going that way and not down the actual roundabout, though? And then, of course, they put these slow-ass dirt roads. In fact, I don't see anybody going... Okay, there we go. I was hoping it was going to work and that there wasn't some issue. I think this farm is dead. Every engine in the city is out here. Okay. Well, in future then, why don't we maybe put just a small fire department out in some of these areas? A rural fire, volunteer fire. Didn't really leave this kind of room out here, though. Maybe now they'll get there a little faster next time. Well, this is going to have to burn out on its own. At that point, there's nothing I can do. There's a lot of demand for living space, but they're not moving in. Some empty spots in here, too. And a beer garden actually down here would make a lot more sense. Across the way here. Ultimately serves no purpose, but you know, all the fans would go over there. Technically. What to put in there? Guess I could make some kind of fountain park, maybe. I'm not really sold on that one. Shoot. God damn it, would you just do it? How hard do I have to click? did. I inadvertently put one down over here. Alright, what in the hell is going on here? Jeez. Alright, well the unfortunate thing is, though, now... this is probably not going to develop back. Just because there's no demand for these kinds of things. But we'll put them back anyway. I just realized that there is not any fencing around this. Got lazy, I guess. I mean, none of the farms do. Oh well. Yeah, they're just never going to come back. None of these are coming back. We tried. I just let the city get a little bit too fancy, I guess. Alright, what needs to be done now? Alright, the DSA stuff. Okay. Let's have a look here. Let's go ahead and put a research center out here. I know. Getting to it. Dirt road. I'm in here. Debating on how big I want this parking lot to be. What else could I put out here? And I guess you'd probably see maybe a little bit of a pavement. The walk around. Give it a little campus, you know. In fact, we probably wouldn't see a whole lot of anything out here. Probably just be left open as kind of a big area left off the path. Just enclosed off. To park it like that. Terrain. Asphalt. Okay. Why does that color asphalt look worse? I don't know. It all looks the same right now. Well, okay. It doesn't actually need that. So we can instead... Well, actually, no. No. Not fence. Somehow that looks even worse. We will just fake it. And there is no road there. Now that remains weird. Yeah, that definitely does that. Weird. Like, it should be this color. It should look... Alright, it's done. To finish off the parking lot. Put a couple trees in, as per usual. Light. And my favorite hedge fence. Alright, that looks good there. Transport, tool booth. Bam. Restricted access. Hurry, hurry before the damn water. Now, I just noticed something. Services, fire depot, fire department. Oh. Well, this is the only new thing, then. Right. I said I was going to work on the airport. Wait, what? Why does it wait so damn long to tell me that we've got water issues? I really hate it, actually. Okay. So, I want to do this. I guess, let's go ahead and take that out. And what we're going to do, go back into transport, go back into airport, runway. And where do we think? Hangars are 3 across. We should probably do like that. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. Transport road to there. And I guess we'd want one. I don't even know. Runway lights? Surveillance? Oh. I guess this would be the weather radar thing. Did that just... I think that just added. Airport marker. I mean, we've only got the one runway, so fuel tank. Well, I mean, really, actually, if I'm going to put hangars over here, you'd think we'd put the fuel tank over there, but that would blow up. It would blow up the planes. We probably want that away. Everything, right? That's how that works. Doppler radar. God damn, that's big. Can we put that, like, away from a big old helipad? So if I'm going to do that, I'm now going to need a new pathway going there. We'll get that in a minute. Ah, there we go. Runway grass. It said run... What the fuck? Huh? Mud. Gravel. Empty. Markings. Runway with oh, it's an actual runway. I see. Alright. Oh, okay. Show me what a runway with markings look like. Okay. So kind of like this anyway. So I was hoping it was grass that I could put down on this, cover up the zone with, so it doesn't look so bad. Runway decal YouTube tutorial. No, thank you. Lights, lights, lights. Markings. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. And frankly, I don't know enough about airports and airport markings to put that stuff down anyhow. Alright. So, airport vehicle. Right, this thing. Plane decorations. Oh, okay, okay. I'm just thinking the zone. Oh, just do the zone marking thing. That's not what I wanted. This. Like the loading still isn't going to give me what I wanted with that. Modern airport. A modern gate. It's too big. I just want okay. Here's okay. So we can put like a hangar here and there are options for that, right? That hangar, this hangar actually has a plane on it. I mean, seeing how big that is, there's no way it's going to get on the taxiway. Is that even taxiway, or is this taxiway? Same difference, it looks like. I'm just thinking, like, you're not going to get a very tight turn there, but that's not. After anyway. In that case, how about we just make it come out of every hangar, making its way to that. And modern jetway exits. So here's another hangar. This one's closed. Alright. So now we can kind of at least have them come out here. I mean, really, it would look better almost if they were just like right next to the thing. Oh well. So what the hell happened here? Okay. That shouldn't be that way though. Wait a minute. I guess we'll find out, but I don't think I can just have... Okay, how did I get that down there in the first place then? I think they must be touching on that side. Which means I could get rid of these. No. Damn it. Undo. Undo. Because now how do I get it down there? Ah, fuck. How do I get it down there? Did I dezone this? No, don't do that. If you dezone a part of it, it deletes the whole thing. I remember that now. Ah, shit. How did I get that in there? Because you can't build in here. This fucking game, I swear. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure it out. Okay, so at least the airport thing here seems to work fine. So I managed to get that to do that, but there's seems like there's just something missing. Something that I saw in like the preview to this that I'm not able to find now. Preview to the plugin, I mean. And it just seems like it would be in here. That. Maybe it needs a friend. Right next to the helicopter. Okay, I'm done with that. What's left? Oh, right. Okay. I wanted to finish up some of the DSA stuff. What grades do we have here? New experimental advanced supply systems. Sure. Containment. Way to contain organisms and particles. Advanced rocketry. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of some of this. Brand new containment facility. Space Command. I guess I need to build Space Command first. Curious how big the launch station is. So, stop. So this is a little bit too big now to be able to put the containment facility there. We don't need the landfill anymore. We are burning through all the garbage, quite literally. Probably the recycling center is actually more efficient than I considered it might be. So I could put the containment facility like right here at the edge. Then put the rocketry thing over there, or contain. Well, no, because I mean, Jesus Christ, you wouldn't want that right on a sandy beach next to residential area. That would be very bad. Be very bad indeed. All right, let's do it. We will remove you and begin the construction of the containment facility. Now, should this be going outward, inward? Just how far it goes, I'm not really sure. Not sure how far it should go. Okay, why don't we have it go there? Yes, I know, Jesus. Speed road. Sure. No. Go road, dirt road. Come in there. That way. Then what? Then pollution wall. I can't build. Needs containment facility and containment research. That? Do I maybe need... And I'm sure I will. This, although it seems to be watered on its own, by the look of it. And then I'm sure we'll need power out here. Oh well, we've got power, it's right there. How does that get power? Doesn't. Surprised the incinerator doesn't need it. There it is. Pollution walls, pollution containment. Containment walls, pollution walls. Okay. You know what? For funsies, we'll do it. And I'm going to move this. There. Dirt road. And my usuals, I guess. We can leave that. No, we better not. Let's make it warm. Because then we gotta go into transport, we gotta tow booth, we gotta that in there. Back to the lot. Cars. And get rid back here? I don't know, so we kind of don't need this. Just because I can. Put like a small little tree park back here. You know, somewhere for the faculty to go contemplate after all the horrible things they've done and seen. I don't even know what these guys are. Oh, you know what this is for specifically? It's that disaster that has all the pink goo. You wrap it around the goo and then it stops it from going anywhere. Anyway, okay, that's enough of that. Let's go back over here and work on Space Command. That looks like it goes down a hill. I guess it's going up a hill. Okay, we'll put this one like here. I do need to get rid of this as well. Come in with our dirt road. Probably go that way with it. Have some crime. Can I get the police to take care of that? Of course. Little wind turbine. Okay, not a little. It's not a little wind turbine at all. Not actually connected to any power though. How's it doing? Siphoning off of the electrical power over here. That's how that's going. Right. Space Command. Culture. Really? It spreads culture. So it would actually be something good to have inside the city. Alright. Launch station. Well. Rocket test. I do not have supplies. How does one get the supplies? Is that what these are for? Sold for profit. That's not it. And I'm willing to bet I can't build a hangar out here either, can I? Let's have it closed. That's the wrong way. That one. Closed hangar that takes whatever rocket shuttle thing out there. And then we do find a little bit of parking lot. Because we must. Let's kind of let that feather off. The booth. Public, the decoration, the fence, chain link fence. I'm sure nothing will ever go wrong in this facility. Damn it. We gotta get in the habit of going back instead of just all the way out. Such a fucking pain to get to these things. I have the heroic statue there. What is that? I'm guessing these are the supplies? Well, let's speed that up. It's not. What the hell are they? God damn, whatever they are. This place is just a gigantic... They're not bringing things to the hangar, are they? Why are people just driving willy-nilly on the runway out here? I really thought for a while there I'd covered all this. I mean, coverage is out there. It's just a tiny little bit where it's not, I guess. Holy shit. What in the... Okay, well if I had known... I probably would not have allowed this. What was I going to do? Right, I was going to actually put a plane on the runway. Since there's not really anything... Oh, that's not it. Is there... Oh, really? You can't even put that? I gotta hang out... I can't even put a plane on the runway. So now there are, like, no planes here. See, that really ought to be hanging outside of this. This should have been over on this side. Then that would have given me plenty of room to put the hangars here. Whatever, I'm totally done with this. As soon as whatever the f is going on here is done. You'd think that these would be bringing me whatever these supplies are, but I don't know what they're doing. They don't seem to be dropping anything off. I don't know how I... Do I need the road to actually connect to that? No? How do I get that to go? Okay, now we are. Well, I do want to launch a rocket. I want to see what this is about, but... God damn. if I'd known that was going to be the case, I would have put an exit gate here so they could just loop through, but this is causing issues. Alright, well, I'll come back when they're loaded. Alright, so we lost a couple more farms to fire. There is, I guess, a little bit of a downside to not having the whole thing surrounded by road because they can't get to the fields when they are on fire. We're also starting to have some pandemics around here. I had to send out the ambulance a couple times. The pollution in this area must be a little high. Those developed. That's a little outrageous. What's interesting to note is how tall those are compared to how tall these are. But we're seeing a lot of density, like mega density, show up over here. I wish there was a stage after, like a state, you know, like a middle density, because when it gets like that, it's completely out of place. And I expanded this. I realized that, you know, having a rocket take off right there is probably going to blow out every window in the building. I mean, it probably is going to destroy all this stuff anyway. Like, everything is going to shake when a rocket launches, just living right here. And if it explodes, you know, it's going to take out a sizable portion of very important infrastructure. But whatever, I moved it and expanded it, and it's taken absolutely forever. But we're finally here and ready to launch, so let us watch a launch of the rocket test. Oh, it's just a tiny little guy. And that was it. Oh shit. A rocket is on a collision course with Earth. Genius. Fucking genius. I'm trying to send them out. You're not going fast enough. We literally have a fire station right here. What are you guys are just jackasses. Okay, and with that, we successfully destroyed the launch pad. Oh my god. Just kill me now. Okay, well, I think that's probably a great note to end on here. I can't see myself doing a whole lot more, to be honest with you. So it's a fun game. It is. A lot more than I was expecting it to be. But it does have its issues, for sure. I mean, trains are a great example. But there's just, I don't know. The simulation is not good. You know, planes are missing, or maybe there's no planes taking off because I don't have another airport on the map. Maybe that's why. I don't really know. But yeah, like the traffic simulation just isn't there. The balance thing is really weird. It's a lot more dynamic, I want to say, than like SimCity, for example. And I know that because I studied for my SimCity 2000 series and SimCity 4 and all that. There are actually like ratios that work out, whereas in this one there seems to be like a perpetual thing. Like the more you build poor housing, and there's going to be a demand for poor commercial, poor industrial is going to go down as they fill in the jobs, immediately pushing a demand for medium. So you start building the medium, and that pushes everything around. Like there doesn't seem to be a balance point. It's more like, you know, as soon as you have a thing, it pushes something else up, and then as soon as you meet that demand, it pushes something else up. Like it's kind of weird. But I guess it's good because then you can't accidentally stagnate your city like I've done in SimCity a few times. Boy, the mod thing, I really like that there's so many mods. You know, this game, it's like an in-between of SimCity 2000 and SimCity 3000 with the customizability of City Skylines. And I guess, you know, for that, it's totally cool and worth a play if you're really into city builders, like classic city builders. But man, the interface sucks. And the mods just are kind of inconsistent. Just, you know, I mean, it's a small, I don't even know how many people are creating this. Probably only a handful, if that. But because they've given so much community or so much development responsibility to the community, you know, there's no one. It doesn't feel like there's anyone at the helm dictating standards for the plugins and the mods, and like even building scale and all that. Like everything is just kind of out of whack and doesn't look like it fits together. But I do like and appreciate the effort that has gone into, what is this? Into like all the things that are available here. I mean, you know, this entire set, if I had downloaded this first, I probably would have built the city using this. It looks much more SimCity-esque than sort of these generic weird kind of buildings. Sorry if somebody is from where these buildings are and they're like, hey, you're insulting my architectural heritage. But yeah, I don't know. It scratches the itch, I guess. But like some of the things, just like the roads that say they are diagonal, but they don't. Some of the things that say they're roads, but they don't act like roads. I don't know. It's just kind of all over the place. It's fun, but it's frustrating at the same time. And certain things like, you know, I could always download more mods like for different styles and all that. But like the amount of options for some buildings compared to others, it's just kind of weird how so much of the city can look homogeneous in one zone, and you only have so many options for like civic buildings, but there's so many other options for like houses, and you know, not enough for small parks, but 1 million for big parks. And I don't know. I get the feeling like this is a city of 35,000. It has an amusement park, an airport, and a rocket launch pad. Well, it did anyway. For a city half the size of what I'm living in, and it's just a little outrageous. I feel like that is something that maybe, well, I mean, I wouldn't have even unlocked these if I was playing normal, so I guess, you know, that's something I can't really complain about there, but it just feels like the scale of the city for this big has 35,000 people in it. I just feel like maybe there should be a population balance in some of these to maybe make it bigger or smaller. I don't know. I mean, I say that like there's 32 people in a commercial building, but then there's 11 people living in this house. You know, and it's not just this game's problem. SimCity, City Skylines, like pretty much every city builder has had weird ratios of what fits in a building and people. And I guess it doesn't really detract from gameplay. Like, you don't want this to be a huge map. As you can see, like, this is already lagging as it is just for me. There's too much going on the screen. So I get that, you know, you're kind of restricted by size, and then you have to make the numbers match up anyway, and it's probably just, it's best, actually, if it's not realistic. But yeah, I don't know. I had fun initially, and the ability to start customizing little blocks, like, it definitely lends itself to that. Like, if you just want to build a block and work on it, and then next game session you go on to another block and all that, you can totally do that. But it just got a little boggy for me at the end, and I really ran out of interest, especially just dealing with the interface. I think if anything is a real deal breaker for me, in saying that, you know, this is a great game. It's the interface. Just because, like, there's just, it's such a hassle when the city gets to a certain size, and when you get too many mods, for sure. Just trying to go back in and click and click and click, and like, how many times did I go back to surface level to get to where I wanted to go? You know, a more persistent menu where there's drop downs. Like, I should be able to go here, click on transport, it gives me another bar, and I can choose from here so that I can go back without having to, you know, like if I dig obviously there's this thing, but if I dig myself down in a few levels, like going to public, going to decorations, going to fence, or whatever, it's actually faster for me just to go surface level than it is to go back, and I don't know. I don't like the menu at all. It's just a very cumbersome system. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's worth playing, for sure, if you can get over that, but I would very much like them to actually make a version that has definite PC orientation, because I'm pretty sure this is just a conversion of the original mobile game. But just update it and you know, make the interface less awful, make integration for plugins smoother, and definitely set standards for the community so that they, you know, I mean, like tags would be a great thing, you know, where I could just say, okay, I'm looking for, you know, like buildings, and then it brings me all the mods with the buildings, or like, you know, terrain, and then it brings me all the mods for terrain, instead of just allowing people to create their own separate little plugin that, or icon that has its own batch of everything, and it's just kind of all over the place, like this airport stuff that is in like 3 different places. That's a little much. But anyway, yeah, I think I've set out to build a city, and I've accomplished that goal. Some of these things are weird that they're not redeveloping, especially since everything else is building up. I don't know why the blank zones have not built up, but maybe that's just because of demand, although now everybody wants to move here, so that's great. We're up to 36,000 now. They all heard that we're no longer testing rockets and that it's safe to move here, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I don't think that I'm going to continue this region and build the other 4 zones. I guess I got a little ahead of myself in that. But I definitely do like this and the change in layout that I did, as opposed to our original. I mean, let's go look at our original little Gasberg here, which is 10,000 nonetheless. In a much smaller and more dense area. 10,000 people, a third of the other city is in this. That's pretty crazy. But you can see, like, if you build this just without any spacing or decoration or whatever, it looks so cluttered. And it is really kind of clunky and cumbersome to keep up with it, and that's why I left and built it elsewhere. And especially the farming thing. I wish I had known ahead of time the proper way to build the farm stuff, because it definitely doesn't look like farm in the. And how many power plants did I require for this little thing as opposed to using geothermal? That's another balancing thing that needs to be dealt with. How much power your stuff puts out. How much education. Education's an issue too. I did have a problem with the services, because we see, you know, this big high school covers so many people, but there's only 300 students going here. And I mean, again, this isn't just this game. Like, the SimCity games would do this all the time. But what I would like to see is a game where, you know, that radius... And, God, what game did I play? There is a game like this. So, like, the radius covers, you know, the happiness requirement. but it has city-wide coverage still. So like if you live outside, like okay, these guys, let's say, right? These guys in the red right now that are probably not. I wish I could see where their happiness is. Probably not getting any education. I would like to see something where like this person is getting 100% of their education and happiness, but this person being outside is only getting like 50% or 25% or something. Like they're still going to the school, and that this overall thing is, you know, helping with like the number of available students in the city are still counting. They're going here. But because it takes so long and they have to commute and the school buses don't go by there or something, it doesn't provide as much, whatever reasoning you need, it doesn't provide as much if they're outside the circle, you know? Because how many schools have I built and they are just like 10% full? You know, if that, I mean, I'd have to go inside and reduce all the performance, which is, you know, like SimCity, but I swear there was a game that I played that was like that. You could put down a school or something, or like your police or whatever, and it would still send the fire engine out, even if it was beyond the radius. But like they would take forever to get there, and there'd be issues with it. But I think that would be like a happy medium where you're not just building a billion service, you know, buildings that are only partially functioning or being partially used. But I guess maybe you are intended to go in and adjust the budget and all that to be appropriate. I don't know. Just little tweaks that I feel would maybe kind of help, because I feel a little bit cheated, honestly, with some of these. Like you know, you go to put a little school down, just a little small one, but this only covers like 2 blocks. But you look at it, and it can house 250 students, which we're not even there yet, and it's now got these giant towers of 100 people. Like, I guess we're not having kids or whatever, but I don't know. That just doesn't seem balanced to me. That doesn't seem right. Like we're still not full on this tiny elementary school, even when we're now sitting in a rather dense neighborhood. It's just kind of weird. But anyway, as I said, if you're looking for a city builder that is pretty much just like a toy city, this is great for that, because the simulation is looser, and it feels like, at least, I mean, yeah, I know I'm not playing properly, I'm playing in Sandbox, but it feels like the requirements aren't as stringent as SimCity, so you can have a little leeway in how you want things and lay it out. And I definitely like this layout of the city block much better. I am very surprised how much of a difference it made in traffic, and how really, aside from just a few places that are just barely yellow, we have no traffic issues whatsoever. And you know, that my theory is that comes down to the distance between intersections, which is weird. Because like any other simulation, this is kind of what I'm talking about, would see like, hey, you've got a mega tower of 100 people in it, 190 people, you know, like there's hundreds of people just right here, but the traffic isn't backed up because of it, because traffic, I guess, isn't calculated that way. It's just weird. Let's see this pandemic get taken care of here. Yeah, that's my fault for building this too close to the horrible industrial park, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, I think that's enough of this. Maybe someday I'll come back and play this. Probably not for years, but who knows. Anyway, I'll end this one here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next Let's Play.